Recent high-resolution sonar scans of the seabed surrounding the west of Scotland have revealed a number of curious anomalies. This scan, taken off the coast of Oban, appears to show a wreck in the shape of a plane. But what exactly is it? As an island nation during World War II, Britain was heavily dependent on convoyed food and military supplies coming from North America. It's estimated that over 100 military engagements were involved in what became known as the Battle of the Atlantic. And Scotland's coastline is littered with the vessels that never made it home. For 6 years, from 1939 until the surrender of Hitler in 1945, German U-boats and warships battled the Allies for control of the Atlantic shipping lanes. In a perilous arena that stretched for thousands of square miles, it was a fight for Britain's very survival. The sea around RAF Oban forms a natural harbour. During the war, the airbase here was known especially for one aircraft, the flying boat.
A flying boat is an aircraft which the lower part is shaped like a boat, so it actually sits and operates from the water. The best known of them was the Sunderland. It was well armed to fight off any German aircraft. It had a long range, up to 20 hours, a big crew, so that you could have a number of people keeping a lookout. Sunderland in the air could see so far, and the U-boats tended to keep down and could then lose complete contact with the convoys. They could, and occasionally did, actually land to pick up survivors from ships. The best known case was the Kensington Court, which was sunk, and the Sunderland picked up the entire crew. So it was just the perfect machine.
The Sunderland's defensive capabilities were well known to the Germans, who called them Fliegende Stachelschwein, flying porcupines. But not all flying boats made it back, and their exact locations are less well documented than other wrecks. John Beaton and a team from the Scottish Association of Marine Science have been surveying the waters surrounding Oban and have spotted a number of blips on the seabed.
Well, we've been doing some multi-beam sonar surveying to update charts, and as part of that we've discovered a lot of wrecked flying boats that crashed and still lie on the seabed here. There's one aircraft that was dived about 20 years ago, and I think it was misidentified as the Handley Page Hampden. I don't think it is. I think it's a Sunderland, and its wingspan is about 35 metres. It's very large. The Hampden is only around 2/3 of the size of that, so it should be easy to tell the difference with a tape measure. If you manage to do that, that would be a clincher for the type of wreck that it is.
The Sunderland has a number of key features that differentiates it from other aircraft. Hopefully, I'll be able to find John the proof he needs. As I descend to a depth of 25 metres, the wreckage comes into view.
The wreck's pretty smashed up, but it's become this haven for wildlife. It's actually quite beautiful in places.
But then, I start to see some evidence that might identify it. First, there's a machine gun lying on the open seabed, enshrouded in barnacles. Then, on top of a perfectly preserved fuel tank, is the frame of a large observation window, characteristic of a Sunderland. But there's only one way to conclude this mystery, and that's to measure its wingspan from tip to tip. Has this plane been misidentified? And if so, will the measurement confirm John's theory that this wreck is a Sunderland?
If it measures 35 metres, that will confirm that it is the missing flying boat from RAF Oban.
And as I make my ascent, I'm confident we have the evidence we need. I measured the total wingspan at just over 30 metres, but I can see there's bits broken off either side. But even at 30 metres, it's much bigger than the Hampden could have been. Therefore, it has to be one of the missing Sunderlands. A plane, along with its crew, that made such a contribution to winning the Battle of the Atlantic.